if you're there, you can hear me loud and clear. Please type a yes.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Rotimi.
Good morning. All right, so I want to welcome us to another trading day. Today is Friday, the 6th of December, and today, 6th of December, 2024. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Eruba, Mobelo, Biodun, John, Zico, Paul Obasi, Michael Ebong, and every other person. I welcome you to this analysis. Yes, more people are joining us. So we're having our money analysis, and today is Friday, the 6th of December, 2024, and today is the NFP day. Good morning, Madam Onaji. So today we're having the biggest event in the Forex market globally, and that's the non-farm payroll. So looking at the fundamentals, we have firstly by 2:30 p.m., we can say that this is the only event today. Everything today is about employment. So there's no fundamental for this morning session. But in the afternoon by 2:30 p.m., we have employment change and unemployment rate from Canada, and it will happen simultaneously with average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate from the United States. Then 4 p.m., there'll be prelim UOM consumer sentiments, prelim UOM inflation expectations, and finally, we have card IVPMI tentative. But to be honest, what we're going to focus on today is the news from the United States. It's the biggest of all events today. It supersedes every other one. Now, like I usually say, for those who have been on this platform for long, on NFP days like this, the market is often very, very quiet in the mornings. So mostly you may not really get a signal. And so as much as possible, just try to avoid it. Don't force anything that is not working in this morning session. So even this morning session today, there's not going to be any serious analysis because the market is very, very quiet. We don't have any tradable setup at the moment. It's usually like that. The reason is because the market is getting set for the data that will be released, for the NFP later in the afternoon today. So there's quietness in the market. And not only that, for other currency pairs, those countries are also waiting, for the data from America, all the trade partners of America, Canada, UK, and the rest. Everybody is eagerly waiting for this data. So the market is usually in a range in the money. And not only that, even during the course of the week before NFP, as an NFP week, market is often a bit slow and quiet because all the countries are anticipating the release of this data. So if you're on the platform this morning, you don't have an account with PU Prime, you can still hurry up and open one now so that I can be a part of the live trading session in the afternoon by 2:30 p.m. So if you are there now, you are new on the platform, head over straight to www.puprime.com and open a live account. You can verify it. Verification with us is very fast. You only need 2 documents. You need your means of identity, your government issued ID, which can be your international passport, your driver's license, your NIN or voter's card, and you need your proof of address, which can be your bank statement or any of those ID cards I mentioned that carries your address. Any of those can also serve as your proof of address or your utility bill. But the caveat about the utility bill is that that's your NEPA bill or water rate bill. It's only if that utility bill is carrying your name as the owner of the property. That's when it becomes useful. So those are just the 2 documents you need to open an account. You can do that straight away, and you can go ahead and fund because we'll be trading live this afternoon, and we're going to be making money live. Okay, everybody is saying I have the account, but I'm trying to fund it, but it's not working. All right, 2 things. Number one, if you have an account with PU Prime, you automatically have an account manager assigned to you. So that person must have called you at one time or the other. You can reach out to that person. The person will guide you through how to fund. But then if you're still having any challenge in that regards, you can reach out to me. Now, the WhatsApp group or maybe Telegram group where you got the link for this class, I'm the one that made a post there just some minutes ago that we're starting analysis. You can chat with me there, then I can forward the account details straight away to you. Okay, you say you have an account manager. Perfect. So reach out to your account manager. He will assist you. He or she will assist you with the issue of funding so that I can trade live this afternoon. And this NFP today is the last NFP for the year 2024. So you don't want to miss it. We're going to kick off the analysis by 2:15 p.m. We'll analyze the markets for some minutes. Then the signal will be dropped. Now, don't forget, we give analysis and we give signal for NFP and CPI. Now, signal means we're going to give you the entry price, the take profit, and the stop loss, which you are going to input on your phones some minutes before the news is released. So please make sure you join us early enough for that session in the afternoon. Not that you are joining by 2:28 p.m. No, that may be a bit late. So make sure exactly 2:15 p.m. the platform will be open, just like we are open now. Join us exactly 2:15 p.m. and be attentive as the signal will be released. It will be posted on the screen. You're going to see it on your screen, and possibly in the comment section, it's also going to be posted. All right, McDonald Achara, I haven't traded before and do not know how to go about it at all. Okay, so I would say if you have not traded before, you might have to attend one of our classes so that you can get acquainted with how trading works. But most importantly, you need to have an account with PU Prime. That's a prerequisite for joining this live trading session. Okay, so I think I've said a lot. Let's go into a little bit of what we can still do this morning, pending the time we have the analysis in the afternoon and the trading. So we're looking at the NFP today. Three events are happening simultaneously, and that's the average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate. So what is average hourly earnings? Average hourly earnings is the amount that employers pay for labor in the US. So it says is the change in the price businesses pay for labor, excluding the farming industry. Now we know that in the US, companies pay their workers per hour. So average hourly earning here is the change in the price businesses pay for labor. So they want to know the number of people that are earning maybe $10 per hour in the month of November. Have they changed? Are some of them now earning $15, $20 and above? So that's the change we're talking about. So, and it is excluding the farming industry. So from the word non-farm, what non-farm means is that the farmers are excluded from this employment data. It's for all other sectors of the economy, excluding the farmers. So non-farm employment change, what does it mean? It means change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry. So I've said that. So the data of all people that are employed in the previous month, excluding the farmers. And for these two events, we have actual greater than forecast is good for currency for average hourly earning, and actual greater than forecast is good for currency for non-farm employment change. Now, the third one is the unemployment rate. And this is the percentage of the total workforce that is unemployed and actively seeking employment during the previous month. And for this data, we have actual less than forecast is good for the currency. So more will be said on this in the afternoon. I'm just giving us a preview, so that we have an idea of what this is all about. Now, I'll just do normal analysis, which we've done many times in the course of this week. But for the purpose of those who might not have joined us, let's just have a little view of what we might expect. And a few technicals which I'm seeing, which may work possibly in the course of today, all things being equal. We've been bearish on the dollar all week, and dollar index still remains very bearish. Now the head and shoulder has now fully formed. The only thing we're waiting for now is the breakout downwards on the dollar index. So if the news comes out bad for the dollar, that means we're going to have a long-term bearish movement on the dollar, possibly to end the year, even into January. But let's not preempt the market. Let's wait for the news to be released by 1:30 p.m. But generally, what I can see on the dollar index is I'm seeing a very, very weak dollar. That means that there's a possibility the data for employment may not really favor the United States, meaning there were no much employment in the US in the previous month. But like I said, we still need to wait in the afternoon to see. But that's what I'm seeing technically, right on the chart. And for the USD CHF, position is still the same. It's still downtrend And the head and shoulder also has really, really formed with price almost breaking out below the neckline already as we speak. So that tells us that the dollar is generally very, very weak. So if you have a bearish trend on the dollar index and USD CHF, then the bullish setup we've seen on the Euro USD is still very, very valid. You can see it's still an inverse head and shoulder that we've seen all week long on the Euro USD, which is anticipated to lead us to a bullish breakout. And same thing, the GBP USD, we still have the inverse head and shoulder, which we anticipate will give us a bullish breakout if the news comes out bad for the dollar. But then this morning, I want to look also at gold. I know there are a lot of gold traders, and people always ask a question about gold. Now, throughout this week, gold has been in a range. It's been trading within this range, bound within the resistance at the upper part and the support on the lower side. Now, currently, gold hit the support level yesterday, and it's giving us a kind of a reversal setup. This is an inverse head and shoulder forming, which may lead to a bullish breakout. Now, if the news comes out bad for the dollar, it means gold is going to buy. That's what's going to happen if the news comes out bad for the dollar. Now, please take note. I did not say buy gold now. This is still going to happen in the afternoon. As much as possible, I will advise you don't place
sir.
Please, we need to mute our devices. So as much as possible, I will encourage you don't place fresh trades except you have clarity. But to be honest, now I'm not seeing any setup because the market can be very quiet before the NFP is released, as we are seeing currently. But all things being equal in the afternoon, as the news gets released, there's a high probability that we may be having a bullish outlook on gold, provided the news comes out bad for the dollar. So the gold is now having a right setup, ahead of NFP. Same thing with the Euro USD. Both of them are bullish, while the dollar is bearish. Now, I want us to look briefly at BTC. Now, this one may run independent of the NFP, as in it may move before NFP, it may move during NFP. It's not really been dependent on the regular fundamentals all along. So let me just show us what my analysis is on BTC. Now, we know that BTC has been trending vigorously in the last 1 month due to the election from the United States. All right, Baloye Matthew is asking, when will the news come out in the afternoon? The time is 2:30 p.m. The news will come out 2:30 p.m., but we'll start analysis by 2:15 p.m. And to join us for that session, you need to have a funded account, a live, verified, and funded account. That is an account, a trading account with PU Prime, please. When I say funded, I mean strictly with PU Prime. A funded account with PU Prime, that's what you need to be a part of this afternoon live trading session for NFP. So back to what I was saying, BTC has been trending up vigorously, as an after effect of the news of Donald Trump winning the election. Before the election, you can see the resistance up there. Price was just around $71,000 per BTC, and the election in the US took place, I think, on the 5th of November. That's exactly like a month ago. And price, now as at the 5th of November, this is where the price was on BTC. Okay, this is November 5. Yeah, BTC was just $69,000 per Bitcoin. Now, as of last night, Bitcoin had gone as high as $103,000. Now, yesterday, when I was checking the chart in the night, I saw that there was a probability of a kind of a retracement on BTC, and that's on the monthly time frame. I could clearly see that the upper part of the trend line, was touching the recent high. The recent high, that's the high of yesterday of the candles, which I knew will bring about, some retracement. And I really was shocked overnight because I had my projections, I had everything set up. You can see because yesterday also closed as this rejection candle. Now, I knew there was going to be a reversal, or let me say retracement, down to this recent support level. And that's exactly what happened overnight. Price touched that retracement, that support level. Now, price touched that support level, but is equally now forming a rejection candle again. Now, see two rejection candles now. This is the candle that closed yesterday. This is the candle of today. Price dropped to this support and is rejecting it, telling us that price is getting ready to launch further, is getting really ready to go, further beyond this $103,000. So what's our view? If you go down to the 4-hour time frame, this is what we can see on the 4-hour. We can see that there's a very sharp rejection candle. That's a 2 or 3 candles away from the current one on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if price breaks this high of that rejection candle, then at least it's going to target the resistance level up here. That's the least that will happen. Price will target that, resistance level up there. So if you're there, you are a BTC trader, you may have a very, very valid trading opportunity right in your hands because price will likely target the next resistance level here on the 4-hour time frame on BTC. And it's still valid. Even if you switch to 1-hour time frame, it's still a very valid setup. All we're looking out for is a breakout of price above this current high of that rejection candle. Now, I'll remove the line from the daily monthly time frame so that we can have a clearer view. So if price breaks above this level, then the next thing is price is going to target 103,000. Currently is at 98. Excuse me. It's at sorry, currently is at 98,000 thereabouts. So it will break above 98,800 $966,000 per BTC. If I can round it up to be 99,000 dollars per BTC. That will be the round up figure. If you want to go to that through that route, something like this around this region. Yeah, something around this region. So once price breaks above this level, then we should get ready for price to target $103,000 per BTC. So I hold a bullish outlook on the BTC. Like I said, this may happen before NFP. It may happen during NFP. It may happen after NFP. But this is the general technical outlook of BTC for today. So if you're a BTC trader, don't sleep on this particular setup. All right, so that's all for my end this morning. If you have any question, now if you have running trades, my best advice for you, if you have running trades, running trade means that you have open trade that is already active. You have open trade that is already active. So what do you do? Now, if the trade is already in profit, you have two options. Either you close the trade or you move your stop loss to break even. That is, you move your stop loss, to lock in profit so that in case there's a reversal due to the effect of the NFP, your winning trade does not turn to a losing trade. That's very important. And if you are on a running trade and is currently in negative, I will advise that you make sure you have your stop loss in place. Please, today, don't leave any trade without a stop loss. Volatility is expected at NFP. You need to protect your account at all times. Even if it's going to lead to a loss, let it be a minimal loss. So make sure that a stop loss is in place on your account for existing trades. In the afternoon, we'll give you the signal for NFP right on this platform. All right, so that's going to be all from my end this morning. I'm seeing some few questions here. Somebody is saying the screen is not visible. Is that true? Is anybody seeing my screen? Can you see my MetaTrader? Or you are still seeing my Forex Factory? Kazim Sharif, I believe my MT4 is visible. Maybe you should check maybe there's a network issue from your end because if if my MT4 is not visible, I know a lot of people have said that by now. So maybe you should just check you see, everybody is saying it's visible. Thank you. Thank you, Mood Bello. Thank you, Boss Paulo Bassi. Thank you, Madam Monaji. So that person should check his network. All right. Paulo Bassi is asking, how do we get the news? Now, you need to join us by 2:15 p.m. The link will be posted. But like I said, this is strictly for funded clients. Funded client means those who have put money into their PU Prime trading account. Now, there's still enough time. It's just 7:30 a.m. right now. You can still fund your account. You need to reach out to your account manager. Everybody that has a live account with PU Prime automatically has an account officer from PU Prime attached to them. So, and that person will have called you at one time or the other. If you have ever received any communication in any form from a PU Prime staff, that person is your account manager. So that person, you need to reach out to that person. He or she will furnish you with the details of our account so that you can make funding. Now, when you fund your account, then you'll be available, you'll be qualified to be a part of the class in the afternoon by 2:15 p.m. All right, Peace Coyote. Sir, please, how do we spot that the news comes out bad or good after in the afternoon in Forest Factory? What is the sign to know that a news is good or bad? Okay, so I'll flip now to Forex Factory so that I can explain that to you. Now, this is the Forex Factory page. Now, these are the 3 events we anticipate will be released in the afternoon. Now, if you have the news good for the dollar, I'll use the word good or bad because two of them rather is actual greater than forecast is good. Third one is actual less than forecast is good. So let's just use the word. If the 3 of them is good for the dollar, it's going to be in color green. And if you have a green, that means we're buying the dollar. And if on the other hand, the news comes out bad for the dollar, it's going to be in red. And that means we're selling the dollar. It's just straightforward like that. Now, it's also possible that there will be conflict in the data where some or one may be green, while some or one may be red. There are 3 events, so it could be 2 green, 1 red, or 2 red, 1 green. That's a possibility. Now, if it happens this way that you have 2 green, 1 red, it will still likely buy, but not as much as when all of them are green. And the same thing, the vice versa will happen if you have 2 red and 1 green. It may still sell, but not as volatile as when all 3 are, red. And it's also possible that we have a third color, which is black. When actual is greater than forecast, the color is green. When actual is less than forecast, the color is red. And there's a third color, black. Black means that actual is equal to forecast. These are the 3 colors. Red means actual less than forecast, or the news is bad for the currency. Green means actual is greater than forecast, or the news is good for the currency. Black means actual is equal to forecast. Now, when the actual is equal to the forecast, there are different schools of thought. Some believe you should still sell. Some believe it's a neutral data, and as such, you should hold on. But you know the truth, the real truth is that a lot will happen so fast today that you may not even have the time to come and check whether it is a green or red. And that's why you need to follow our lead. That's why I say join the class early by 2:15 so that when we're posting the signal, we will give you the signal ahead of the data. Because exactly, I can guarantee you that by exactly 2:30, within a matter of seconds, the dollar will move some 30 pips, 50 pips, thereabouts. You may not, you will not have time to check Forex Factory. I'm telling you the blunt truth. And sometimes on a day like this, Forex Factory may freeze because there are hundreds of thousands of traders that are going to be checking this website at that time. So your focus in the afternoon, except for educational purpose, your focus is not Forex Factory, except you are just educating yourself. But if your focus is making money, then pick the signal we'll send to you. That's what is most important, picking that signal is more important than checking Forex Factory in the afternoon. But for educational purpose, maybe after the news has triggered, you've taken your money, you may flip to Forex Factory and check the outcome to know the one that is greater or the one that is, actually greater than forecast or less than forecast. But you trust us with the signal. We are professionals at this. I was sharing at the Lagos office. We started this live trading session since April this year. And I would say we've had more than like 95, 98% of success rate all year round. All through the year. Yes, I know there was a month or two when things didn't go as planned, and that was not really our fault. It's the release of the data. It's what the data came out with. But we've achieved more than 90 to 95% success rate. So we know what we do here. We have analysts combined experience of close to 30 years in the industry. So just join us with your funds in your account. We'll give you the signal to trade in the afternoon. And I can tell you that all things being equal, it's going to be profit galore as usual, as what we always have. All right. So okay, the timer is already alerting me that we're going to be off soon. How do we get the news? I've explained that. The screen, I've explained that. Do you trade BTC on PU? Technically, yes. And I just gave you the analysis of BTC. We trade it technically, yes, we do that. And it's not only BTC, there are over 50 cryptocurrencies that are available for trading on our platform. So it's a platform that encompasses, over 1,000 financial instruments. You have cryptocurrencies being traded, currencies, which is Forex. You have indices, you have commodities like gold, crude oil, agricultural produce, indices like NASDAQ, that's NAS 100, US 30, and so on. So we have everything all on the platform. Mr. Raju, gold, I think I've analyzed gold. We are seeing an inverse head and shoulder on 1 hour. So technically, we are bullish ahead of NFP, and is in line with what we are seeing on Euro USD because the dollar is bearish, and we're expecting a bullish breakout on Euro USD and gold. But then that will be in the afternoon. Let that be the focus. All right, James said, please, I just joined gold. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean by that. You just joined gold or you just took a trade on gold. So you need to clarify that, James. Okay, Augustine, Sunday, Eurocard. I'll look at that briefly. Eurocard and Noel, GBP, JPY. All right, I'll round up my analysis with those two instruments. So I'll flip back to MetaTrader, Eurocard, and GBP, JPY. All right, now technically we have a bullish outlook on Eurocard, but the market has been quiet, at least today. You can see it on the daily time frame. Uh, okay, this is a weekly time frame. You can see there's a valid support on the weekly time frame. We have a valid support zone on the weekly time frame. And that's evolved into an inverse head and shoulder on the daily. And the neckline of the inverse head and shoulder is clearly broken. Now, this is what is going to happen. Though we're not paying much attention to the news from Canada because it will be conflict of interest. You are trading NFP, you're trading Canada at the same time. That will be conflict of interest. But for those who might be interested in trading CAD or do you have existing CAD trade, this is my view. Technically, the Canadian dollar is weak. So if the news comes out bad for the CAD, for the Canadian dollar, Euro CAD will go massively bullish because we have an inverse head and shoulder on a support zone on the weekly time frame. So if the news comes out bad for the CAD, then you have a massive breakout on the Euro CAD. And not just the Euro CAD, the GBP CAD is having similar sentiments. For the GBP CAD, this has been my outlook. We have an uptrend on the daily and again an inverse head and shoulder on 4 hour, and price has broken that one upward already. So if the news again comes out of bad for CAD, we expect a further bullish breakout on the GBP CAD. Now, a word of caution, on a day like this, I do tell our students, as much as possible, be careful with the USD CAD. Yeah, that is very important. It's a good thing this person is bringing out this outlook that should analyze the Euro CAD. Now, for today rather, we have news from Canada, we have news from United States. Now, there's a currency that combines these two instruments, and that is the USD CAD. As much as possible, I will advise you avoid this currency pair today. What is the reason? Now, USD CAD will only move if the data comes out as a red for the dollar and it comes out as a green for CAD. Yes, if that is what happens, USD CAD will sell. That's on one scenario. The second scenario is if the news comes out as a red for the Canadian dollar and it comes out as green for the American dollar, then there's a possibility that USD CAD will buy. But to be honest, we only have projections technically ahead for now. We don't have anybody in Wall Street that gives us insights. We are just technical traders using our experience. Now, it's possible, we don't know. But what if the data comes out as a red and a red? If it comes out as a red and a red for a USD CAD, they're going to be in trouble because this currency, it may go either ways. You may end up losing money. And the same thing, if it comes out as a green, similar thing will also happen. It will lack direction. It either may not move or it may have erratic movement, which may lead into loss. So I'm giving you the scenarios where it may be good, but we don't know yet until the data is released. So you don't want to gamble. But for the pairs I've showed you, like the GBP card and Euro card, those ones already have technical setup ahead. And it's only the card that is going to be traded. The other pair, like Euro card now, we don't have any news on Euro. So that can still be a little safe. Even in those instances, I would even advise you wait that the data is released, especially for the card. Let the data be released first before you enter a buy on either the Euro card or the GBP card, because they are even swing setup. It's not something, except you are just a scalper. Those setup will go for days, but it will go for next week. I can tell you that. So except you're just a scalper that is looking for 10 pips. If it's GBP card, this guy is still going to target the next resistance level. So except you want to just take except you want to take like 10 pips and you're out. Fine, if that's okay by you. But this guy is going to target this resistance level here, which definitely will not, it won't get there today to the next week. But if you know you're just a scalper, fine. There's no harm in that. But wait and let the data be released. The same thing for GBP card, sorry, for Euro card. Eventually, is going to target that resistance level up there. May round up the year with that. If the news comes out, to favor this technical setup, that's the condition. If the news comes out to favor this technical setup, that is bad for the card, and then thereabout we'll have price targets the next resistance zone up there. So that's my outlook for the card for the person asking. And I think finally, GBP JPY. Okay, I'll look at that. I will close. We have just 3 minutes to go from the timer here. James, I just joined. Please help me with the gold analysis direction. I told you we have a bullish setup on gold on 1 hour. But like I said, as much as possible, if you can avoid trading in this morning session, the better, because market is going to be slow. Volatility is more guaranteed in the afternoon when the news will be released. When is of physical classes in Abuja and Lagos? That's Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have our physical classes both in Abuja and in Lagos. All right, we have just less than 2 minutes, so I'll look at GBP JPY. Yes, I give the analysis in the week that we are bullish on the GBP JPY and most JPY pairs. Yeah, price has gone in line with the analysis. This is the GBP JPY. These are zones. I said once price breaks, you will have bullish movement, which happened. It broke the first level here, and There was a bullish movement up to about 88 pips thereabout. Then price broke the second level, second zone there, around 40 to 50 pips before retracement. Now, from my own end, I still believe price may reverse and go up, but please take caution. Today's NFP. NFP can change the game. NFP can change the game. So please, if you are on any trade, I said earlier, have your stop loss in place. It's very, very important. Have your stop loss in place. If the news could push the trade up today or maybe later on, and it may drop it. So have your stop loss very, very much in place, regardless of the instrument you're trading. All right, we're going to end here. For those asking about the offices, we'll post it maybe in your WhatsApp group. The time is up. Please take care. We'll see you in the afternoon by 2:15 p.m. Bye-bye.